Most people believe fraud is loud. They imagine threatening calls, urgent warnings, or obvious lies. But the most successful fraud in America is quiet. It doesn't rush you, it doesn't scare you, and it never feels illegal at first. It feels familiar. It looks like normal emails, normal websites, normal conversations with people who sound patient and professional. And by the time something feels wrong, the damage is already done. This is the story of a fraud network that operated in plain sight, a system built not on fear but on routine, not on force but on trust. And for years it worked because no one thought to question what looked ordinary. The scheme did not begin with victims. It began with infrastructure. Digital systems most people never see, credit records, online platforms, financial verification processes designed for speed, not suspicion. The man at the center of the operation understood this well. He wasn't interested in breaking into systems. He wanted to move through them unnoticed. Instead of stealing identities outright, he created them. These were synthetic identities, part real information, part fabricated details. A legitimate social security number combined with a fake name, a real address tied to a digital mailbox, a credit profile built slowly, patiently, over time. Each identity was tested carefully. Small credit lines, minor transactions, nothing that triggered alerts. As months passed, the profiles gained credibility. They passed checks. They earned trust from automated systems. And once they looked real enough, they became tools. The next challenge was money. Moving large amounts too quickly would draw attention. So the money had to move slowly, quietly, through people who didn't look like criminals. They were recruited online, through job listings and direct messages, offers framed as remote work or payment processing. The instructions were simple: open an account, receive funds, transfer them onward. Many believed they were helping a business. Some assumed it was overseas contracting work.
Oh, thank you.
Others
I've been
didn't ask
waiting.
questions
Just
because
one
the
last
payments
fee.
arrived on time. These individuals became money mules. They were never told the full story. They were given just enough information to do their part, and that distance protected the people at the top. While money moved through domestic accounts, another layer of fraud unfolded quietly. Marriage fraud. Young service members were approached. Some were financially stressed. Others were simply inexperienced. They were offered arrangements that didn't feel dangerous: temporary marriages, legal paperwork, financial compensation. To them, it didn't feel criminal. It felt like bending rules. Foreign nationals seeking stability agreed. Documents were filed correctly. Interviews were rehearsed. On paper, everything looked legitimate. But the intent was false from the start. The marriages were designed to dissolve once their purpose was served. Each successful case added legitimacy to the network. Each one made future applications easier. Meanwhile, victims across the country were losing money. Many were older adults, people who had savings, people who trusted written communication. They received emails that felt personal, messages referencing inheritance, business opportunities, or distant relatives.
Thank you. I've been
There
waiting.
were no threats,
Just
no
one
deadlines,
last fee.
just conversations built slowly over weeks, sometimes months. Trust came first, money came later, small transfers at the beginning, then larger ones, and finally silence. Some victims didn't realize what had happened until their accounts were empty. Others realized but felt embarrassed. Many never reported it at all. For investigators, the cases appeared unrelated. Different states, different names, different accounts. At first, there was no single pattern, but subtle connections began to surface. The same devices appearing across multiple cases. Identical transaction timing, repeated financial routes. What once looked random began to form structure. Federal agencies became involved. Banks provided records. Digital trails were examined carefully. The picture sharpened slowly. Arrests did not happen all at once. Money mules were identified first. Many were confused. Some were genuinely shocked. They believed they had done nothing wrong. When confronted with evidence, some cooperated. They shared messages, instructions, payment records. That information pointed upward. Investigators traced connections beyond U.S. borders. International organizers coordinating operations remotely, managing identity use, directing money flows, and eventually the person at the center was identified. In court, the scale of the fraud became clear. Millions of dollars moved quietly over years. Dozens of victims. Multiple fraud types operating in parallel. Some defendants received prison sentences, others were deported. Not every participant was charged. Not every victim recovered their money, and some parts of the network were never fully exposed. Today, the operation no longer exists in the same form, but the methods remain. The systems that were exploited still exist. The assumptions behind them haven't changed. Most people still believe fraud looks obvious, but the truth is, the most dangerous fraud doesn't announce itself. It blends in, it waits patiently, and it looks exactly like something you've already trusted before.